I said the thing to a person. I wore a Halloween costume to work on Friday. Got my picture took for the office voting contest. I wouldn't vote for me. I went with something I already had and wasn't crafty or creative, but was cozy, a fuzzy adult pajama onesie for Eeyore, including a tail and Eeyore's face on a hood. I paired this with a batty light-up necklace, a bat-winged light-up headband over the hood, sequined black cat slippers, spider earrings and purple skeleton mask. Festive chic, ready for a sleepover. I'm going to vote for either the nurse who came as a flu shot with a homemade needle sticking out of her hair like a unicorn, or the one with a lovely vibrant Frida Kahlo outfit. My sew asked me to pick up a dessert for the weekend on the way home. Since I was going to a store in costume, I wore the whole ensemble inside, no half-assed effort. Got to wave at kids who stared, fun. I'm going to miss handing out candy, but we're skipping that this year. None of the employees were in any costuming or seasonal wear, just white shirts and black aprons. An older woman rushed up to me, "WM, oh good, do you guys have any costume things left?" Me, pause to absorb this information, there's some over there. I pointed behind me. She was already heading in the right direction. But I don't work here. I just stopped by after work and I trailed off and didn't quite get together the end of my explanation sentence. A nearby shopper actually laughed. "Woman who needs directions," was like, "Oh," and chuckled. I continued my silent Eeyore stroll towards ice cream. Hair. No rudeness, I don't think she had looked at me too closely. Had a moment of hey. Someone dressed differently, perfect. I hope she finds something. In retrospect, I wish I had thought of asking if she knew a local second-hand store usually has a large Halloween section yearly. I've had a couple prior instances of people thinking I worked at a Bed Bath & Beyond or a Michael's. Those times I was like, really? Because I was wearing a large winter coat and purse, either phone in hand or browsing. But one person told me they made the mistake simply because my coat is red, and that associated me with employee at first glance for them. Interesting. I love browsing Reddit stories of major and petty justice. Reading how someone stood up for right, and imagining the cutting things I'd say to blatantly rude people that would definitely deserve my sarcasm. And I have verbally sparred with some telemarketers and door-to-door religious invitations on the past. As I get older, more and more I just don't engage the crazy. Don't answer the phone or door to anyone unknown. If someone is weird to me in public, I just say no or silently shake my head and walk away. Losing my confrontational edge, but still judging you in my head, sir. Thank you, internet stranger friends, and have a good weekend. Ice cream recommendations. It was buy one get one free. So I got one intriguing flavor and one basic, peanut butter cookie dough and vanilla bean. No, I'm not a cop. This happened many years ago, so no exact dialogue, sorry. And no exciting end either. Just to set the stage. I'm a fairly heavy-set Asian guy, and a fairly short haircut, 6 feet, 250 pound, that I guess may look somewhat like Leo. I wear clean but faded jeans, black tennis shoes, and a button-down shirt, no tie. Oh, and slightly tinted glasses. I am a fairly introvert guy, so you could say I have an RBF. At that time, I was wearing a tablet on my thigh, based on a drop-leg carrier. Those of you who know military or law enforcement should understand those are basically where you carry a gun holster. But I am not in uniform. And there is no holster, just a pouch molded to the carrier and big enough for a 7-inch tablet, and my smartphone. Oh, and I was wearing a neckband Bluetooth headphone, paired to my tablet, but only with one bud in, as I need to hear the phone call telling me when my car is done. On this particular day, I dropped off my car at my favorite mechanic, and he said it'd only take 2 hours. So I walked to the corner pizza shop, bought lunch, and waited. So here I was, sitting at the pizza shop, legs crossed, reading an ebook as I followed the speed to text at max speed so I can practice speed reading. Then a woman approached my table. I don't even recall what she looked like now. Not the Karen archetype, unfortunately. "Excuse me, are you a cop? I have some questions." No, I am not a cop." She kinda stuttered a bit, blinked a few times, then remarked, "Well, you do look like a cop." Thank you." And she walked away. Looking back at the incident years later, I can sort of understand why she'd think so. Semi-short, serious haircut, tinted glasses, not the shooter/shield type though, serious expression, one black earbud in the ear, and a dark holster on my thigh. But I am in total civilian clothes. What can I say? P.S. If you are wondering why I would wear a tablet like that, I don't like to hold things in my hand while I walk, and I am not going to just tuck the tablet in back waistband. I actually lost a very good tablet that way. Wrong supermarket lady. I work at Kohl's where my uniform is a bright red shirt with Kohl's written on it and just some black pants. I was on my way home and I live near a Woolies and had to stop by there in my work uniform to grab some food for my mum. I'm walking through the aisle and a middle-aged lady asks where I can find a certain grocery item. I was only 14 years old at the time and awkwardly was like, I don't work here. Keep in mind the Woolies uniform is a bright green checked shirt. The lady just kind of stood there confused and left. After that I stopped wearing my uniform to other grocery stores. Don't wear a red shirt to Target. My husband and I were at Target. Without realizing it, he had on a primarily red t-shirt and a pair of khaki-colored pants. We were standing in an aisle talking about something we were looking at, and an older woman walked up, interrupted, and asked him where she could find some other product. He made a weird face, not yet realizing her mistake, and said I don't know, then went back to talking to me. She stood there stunned for a minute, then walked away ticked off that an employee had been so curt with her. After a few seconds we both realized she thought he was an employee. Oops. In the owner, he is my son. Hey there. This is my first ever post. In a way this post might fit better in the r/I work here section, but it might not as well. Quick intro. This was a funny story that had happened to me a few years ago. My parents are one of the founders of the resort and is chairman of the board of directors. I have sat in a few of the meetings so everyone knows that I'm boss son. I got homeschooled so the majority of my friends are basically senior staffs and people in the board. Pretty sad, huh? Cast me, Noah, RQ. I look a lot younger than my age and being 5'7" doesn't help. Dad and mom, fiance Julia, sister Emma, manager Jack, crazy lady Karen, and #X200B. I was on vacation with my fiance, Julia, and my sister, Emma. I, Julia, and Emma were staying at my dad's resort for a week or two because we were visiting my mother. As we entered the resort, I noticed the parking lot was packed. It was midsummer and saw a few cars roaming around looking for parking spots. My family has a few private parking spots and I noticed that his car wasn't here but my mother's car was. As I walked to the reception, most of the staff know who I am. One of the staff working saw me and walked over to greet me. There were quite a people in line waiting to check in. Mom is currently in a meeting. Would you like me to bring your luggage to your room? Yeah, thanks. Julia kept a bag that had our swim clothes in. Sometime later after a bit of swimming, we went to the restaurant to eat lunch. I had put on a blue shirt and was still in my grey swim trunks. The clothing looks similar to the uniform that the waiters were wearing. They were almost identical except the only difference was that it didn't have the word *staff* on it. This will come in handy later. While we were chatting in the restaurant, I heard some lady say "Hey you," rather rudely from somewhere behind me. I first thought it was just someone trying to get the attention of a waiter, so I continued chatting, eating with Julia and Emma. As I was chugging down some ginger ale after regretting trying my sister-in-law's food, which she purposely did not tell me was pretty spicy. She knows I don't handle spicy food well and probably never will. Can anyone else relate? Someone suddenly roughly grabbed my shoulder from behind and I almost choked on my soda, spitting it all over my sister. Straight up karma, I gotta say. Ha ha, ooh gross, was Emma's response while my fiancé stood straight up and was about to ask me if I was alright, but here comes, you know who, Karen interrupting my sweet fiancé. Babe, are you? Hey, I've been trying to get your attention for a while now, Karen yelled out. Me being someone who doesn't get mad that easily, looked up and asked her politely, do you need anything? Why are you eating with the guests and not doing your stupid job? Karen said. I caught on pretty quickly and knew that she thought I was a staff from what I was wearing, but I was getting a little annoyed from how much she was yelling at me while she was a foot away from me. My don't work, I tried saying. Shut up, I am a VIP here. Karen continued yelling. I continued to talk calmly to Miss Loudmouth while raising my voice a little. Excuse me, I don't work here. Backslash asterisk 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 slap asterisk asterisk backslash asterisk don't you use that tone with me, brat. As she slapped me, her long nails cut into my cheek, leaving a long cut and started bleeding. My fiancé almost went pale, seeing as blood started to drip off my face. My sister immediately started to call our mother to come. The manager was walking over when he heard Karen yelling, but then broke into a run and hurried over when he saw Karen slap me. "Noah, you all right?" Jack had said. Jack was someone who has worked for the resort for a few years, so he was pretty casual with me. My fiancé had put a piece of napkin on my cheek to try to stop the bleeding. "Are you the manager? I want this staff fired, he is unprofessional." "I don't know why you hired an idiot." Karen pointed at me and spoke as if she was the owner. "He doesn't work here." Jack started explaining. "You're trying to cover him. I want you fired as well." I never knew someone's face could get as red as a tomato until that day. I saw my mother running over with 2 security guards, and when she saw my fiancé holding a blood-red napkin against my face and Karen yelling at me, I thought she was going to explode as she rushed over to me. Asterisk my sister had informed our mother about what was happening and what Karen had done. Asterisk my mother almost yelled, "What on earth happened? Guards, arrest her." "What do you mean arrest me? Who are you to do that?" Karen was struggling in the guard's hands. "I am the owner, you dare to slap my son." My God, the face Karen made when she heard those lines, I won't ever forget it, haha. She was as white as snow while her eyes and mouth were wide open. After she was taken away, some of the other customers started clapping. My mother ran up to me to see my face. She spoiled me when I was younger and was always defensive of me as if she was a mother protecting her cub. She was the one who had me do homeschooling after she was told I was getting bullied in primary/middle school. After we had taken care of the cut on my face, which I ended up needing stitches for, asterisk no worries, the scar faded. Asterisk my mother told me that Karen had been charged with second-degree assault and will be spending the following month in jail.